We've also heard, I don't feel comfortable delegating because I might not get the credit for it, or this is where the rewards are given in my organization. So, are there ways that you can either talk to your manager about delegating more and sort of be vocal about that and give an explanation ahead of time, so you're not just suddenly seen as offloading all of your work to other people? And how do you make sure that you talk about the work product in a way that still might get you credit but doesn't take away from others who have also contributed?
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. So I think, one thing, I guess the first question is sort of how do you talk to your manager about like that I'm going to delegate you know, this work? Hopefully by doing this, by actually having the conversation, you're also encouraging your manager, if they're not already, to do the same with you. Um, and I think it's just, as you said, it's just have the conversation, right? This is a massive project. We've got X many people. We know, and part of it is to recognize and work with your manager to think about what resources do we have. That's the conversation that we should always be having with our manager, regardless. Do I have the resources? If I don't, because of obviously everything that's happening, budget cuts, etc. If the resources aren't, and there's a gap, let's talk about what the priorities are. So, does this project need to be in its entirety? Do we take a piece of it? Who can I delegate to? What parts do I delegate to? What parts do we say we're actually going to push that aside for now because we literally do not have the manpower or the woman power to do this? Being able to have that conversation of what should be delegated and what shouldn't be delegated and what doesn't even need to be done right now. All
Mhm.
right. So a lot of times we do busy work that you can put that one aside. Um, and so then that then allows the manager to know, obviously, when we manage up, that's sort of a whole other conversation, but managing up, in terms of being clear about those roles. But that will also help you to have with your team, really important to set up, again, as I mentioned, the expectations, the roles, the metrics, the milestone, who's responsible for what, and are we communicating? Because sometimes when we delegate, especially massive projects, you do this, you do this, and then before and people talk and they're like, wait, I'm working on this. And so, how much more work can we get done and how much more productive and more fun if we actually know what each other are responsible for? And it's not one conversation, it's continuous conversations because projects do evolve. The second question, sort of about taking credit or having credit, being called for credit. I think we've all been in situations where like, wait, that was mine, right? And so we want to think about, one, what's the norm in the organization, right? So sort of recognizing it's different for each company, but also what does credit mean? A lot of times it is a team effort, but at the same time, take pride in your work, right? So there's projects that I sort of see is, it's being able to say, this is a team effort. These were the folks on my team. And maybe it's forwarded by, Katie Diamond and with support from whatever. But, there's so many studies, and McKinsey did this study, right, where one of the key factors in keeping employees engaged and actually to retain them, it's public recognition from a supervisor. So as a supervisor, making it a habit to say, hey, Monday morning shout out to so and so for da 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 da. It seems little, but it means a lot because it means that you are paying attention. It means that you're valuing. It means that what people are doing have meaning and purpose behind it. And that's another way to sort of celebrate that this truly is a team thing.